Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Friday, the 17th of February. Following Robert Murray McShane, today one of the chapters we read is Luke chapter 3, which looks at John the Baptist's ministry. We're told he went into the region around the Jordan, preaching a baptism of repentance for the forgiveness of sins. And crowds of people went out to him and they're asking, what must we do? And he didn't say there's a certain religious duty. There wasn't some kind of religious ritual that you had to perform. It wasn't about the baptism. It was about changed lives. And he's saying your lives need to reflect that change. And then we're told that some tax collectors came to him and they said to him, what must we do? And his response was, don't collect any more than you are required to, he said. So he didn't say they had to stop their work. He didn't say have nothing to do with the Romans or the authorities. We're anti-establishment. He said, no, keep working, but just do your job. Don't be greedy, don't take more. And then some soldiers came and said, what about us? What should we do? And he replied, don't extort money and don't accuse people falsely. Be content with your pay. And as I read that, I thought, if ever there was a word for South Africa, surely it is this. When we see corruption at so many levels, from the top all the way down, from the politicians and the previous state president, through the political ranks, through city councils, to the cops on the side of the road, to people working in the post office, people working in the licensing department. You hear stories of everybody wanting something, and everybody wants a Coke or some Kentucky or something in order to facilitate what they're doing. And it's very easy to go out and lecture. John didn't do that. He didn't lecture these people, go out saying, you're a bunch of evil crooks and you shouldn't be doing this. He was preaching about forgiveness. And they came and said, what does it mean for us? What do we do? And in South Africa, we need to pray that would be happening, that there would be preaching that would go out into the streets and the cities and the towns of the country, and that it would turn people's hearts, that they would come saying, what do we do? And at that point, one can start saying, your lives need to reflect the standards of the gospel. You cannot extort, you cannot take bribes, you can't cheat. And you doctors, you can't keep double books. And you lawyers, look at what you're doing. And look at throughout society and encourage people, you need to be careful of what you're doing. But that's a follow-on from their hearts being changed and them wanting forgiveness and saying, what must I do? It doesn't help for us to go out pointing fingers. And so as Christians, we need to be praying, God, let your message, let the gospel, let it grow, let it spread and change people's hearts and lives. As the hearts and lives of the people are changed, the country will be changed as well. So there's a challenge of how we should be praying at this time. Be blessed.